Hey guys, welcome to RAF Fairford, an impromptu visit to Fairford while I was in the area, and just happened to have two B52 bombers ready to head out of the airfield. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to make sure we don't miss these. We've got one just in front of us now. The other one's taxied up to the end of the runway. We'll be making a departure right in front of us here at RAF Fairford. So this is the second aircraft due out. The first one has already taxied at the airfield and is at the end of the runway. And we'll be waiting for her to make her departure in a second over our heads, hopefully, just to the right of the end of the runway. We'll stay on this one just for the time being because this is the second aircraft ready to go out. Looks like we might even have a third aircraft heading out. We've got another one just behind that one. You can hear the engines singing, all 8 of them. We're just waiting for the first aircraft to depart the airfield. Very warm welcome to all of you. A very impromptu stream, not planned. I was just happened to be in the area. I saw a couple of B1s go up, and I thought, I wonder if there's anything else going on this morning. Like I said, I'm in the area anyway, and I literally went round the corner, and what do I see? A couple of B52s ready to leave the airfield. We've got one which has already taxied up to the top of the runway. That one will be going out in just a second. And we've also got one in front of us which we've got our eyes on now. And we've got one to the left behind it also waiting to leave. I'll pan round to the right in a sec so you can see the back of a B1 which is currently on the ground here at Fairford. We had two go up probably about 45 minutes ago, which is always a great sight to see at Fairford. Hope the audio's okay. Can you just give me a thumbs up if the audio and the picture's okay? Hey Louise. Good to see you, Alex. Terry, good to see you as well. Just while we're waiting for that B52 to reach the top of the runway, I'm just going to pan around to my right, and you can see the back of a B1 over there. Thanks, Louise. Right, we've got a tail moving at the top of the runway. Hopefully that's the aircraft making its turn to join the active. Let's see if we can just zoom in and see that. You see the tail movement at the top there? But what a sight it is to see these aircraft, especially to hear them as well. And if they are heading out, which I hope they are, what a sight that's going to be, and what a deafening roar as well. So much drama with their takeoffs. We've also got another B1 in the hangar over to my right. We'll look in on that in just a second. But very warm welcome to everyone. Welcome to RAF Fairford here in Gloucestershire, in the heart of the Cotswolds. This is where I travel past for every live stream from Heathrow, and most days, either on the way to Heathrow or on the way back, I'm greeted by the presence of at least a B1 or a B52, or at least a transporter heading in or out of the airfield. Normally a 747 or 777. So we've got one here, we've got one in front, and we've just had one taxi up the runway, which I'm hoping is making a turn to leave the airfield. They could be just repositioning, I'm not 100% sure. There's obviously no details on radar. There's a couple of B1s up as well. They could also be making a return shortly to the airfield. We just don't know, to be fair. That's the problem with military stuff. You just don't really have much of an insight of what's going on. It's literally off the cuff in terms for us guys over the other side of the fence. Yeah, indeed, Webbo, nice change of scenery. Are they heading out, or are they just moving? Are these not just moving round, or are they heading out? Ah, right.
You had no idea, didn't you?
No, me neither.
The first one was a fault.
Oh, was it? Interesting.
But I'm not sure about these two, although one seems to be moving now.
Yeah. That's interesting about the first one going tech. So we think the first one went tech on the way up the runway. We've got the second one on the move now. Look at her, look at that wing. You'll see, I'm not sure if you'll see them on taxi, but the end of those wings are so long they have their own little wheel on the end to keep them stabilised during taxi. I'm just going to zoom back out so you can see both of them, because we've got one to our right and also one to our left as well, just going behind the hangar there. And we've got this one's making the turn onto the active runway. You can't rush these things, Webbo. These things need their time to do their thing. So this one will probably hold short here while the other one makes the long taxi up the runway. It's actually sitting at the bottom of the runway here, so I'm just thinking they're on westerly operations, which I think they are. I'm just going to move. Here we go. Oh, we've got a third one as well. Look at that smoke. Oh my God. Wow, what a departure. We've got two more to follow. Lordy, lordy. All right, number 2 is on its way. Got these biblical-like departures. Oh, wait till you see the first one, the trail it's left leaving Fairford. Absolutely insane. There she is. I'm going to zoom out so you can see the first one, the trail the first one is left. I mean, it's insane, these aircraft. Oh, number 3 looks like, well, number 4 looks like it's gone tech as well. That one looks like it's aborted takeoff. She is disappearing into that cloud base. What a biblical-like departure, though. Still just in visibility. And we've got number 4 still on the ground on the runway. We'll follow her to see what's going on with her. How you doing?
You streaming this at all?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, interesting to see 2 go tech, isn't it?
Same one, isn't it?
Is it the same one? It did a full... Ah, right, okay.
Come back down again.
Gotcha. I didn't... There's so much going on with the set number 2 and number 3. You didn't see him come back round.
Look, steps up there, doing a full welly.
Yeah.
What's your streaming thing?
Airplane video guy. Yeah. But they like biblical departures, though, aren't they?
Two big ones got there.
No, I missed them. I saw them. I was nearby. I saw them, but I didn't have the opportunity to get over here. But do you know roughly when they come back in? Or is it anyone's guess? Yeah.
So there's 2 went out yesterday, and then I'm like, yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
We're really cool stuff. We're going in the first car. And he was here just on 7, and then he went out last night, so.
Right, okay.
Well, he was here. He went out, so.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, well, I'm here for another hour, so I'll keep an eye on it. No, I don't have one because I normally do commercial stuff, and you can't have scanners, so I don't really worry, bother with it. Yeah, yeah. Do you normally come down each day, or okay, just when on the off chance?
I came down last week. I called down for the car all the way to Burford. Then come from Burford down this way. I got behind the car at 40 miles an hour all the way to the wildlife park. Built it down there. Got through the traffic lights at Rexlade. Just come on the window down the way. Pulled on the corner and there's 2 guys.
Yeah.
No, cameras, phones. So I'll go down the other end. Got down the other way. Just got down that little lane, far end.
Yeah.
And put the window down. And over. Missed the boot.
Oh, it's always the way, though, isn't it? So you weren't meant to be there for a reason. You weren't meant to be there, but you will be for another one, I'm sure. No, it's great. It's great to see these go out.
Saw the 2 today, yeah.
Oh, amazing.
I haven't seen a U2 for a while.
No, I haven't seen one either.
But I'm not trying to go doing just sort of circuits, I think. Keep the guys sort of current on their thing.
Yeah. So do you think these guys could be back soon then? Or do you think they'll be up for hours?
They'll be up for hours.
Yeah.
Some said that those people going home today.
Oh, right, okay.
They've tested engines for ages. In fact, the one that's gone tech again, that was testing for ages. Come round here first. Turn down here, cut down there. Full circuit, come back.
Yeah.
I thought, alright, I'm going now. Well, they cut out, yeah.
No, I heard him boot it up, and then it just went. Yeah. Yeah. Nice to meet you, anyway.
Were you up again?
Airplane video guy. Yeah. NH Reef, I heard them on 5 miles away from Fairford. They did take off west. Wouldn't hear them at Bryce. Yeah, I mean, that was some biblical departure. So, according to a couple of the guys on the ground here who've been here all morning, the third aircraft, which we just saw go tech on the runway, that was actually the first aircraft out, and it did a loop round because it had a failed departure. And they wanted to obviously try it again. That didn't work. So 2 up and 1 remaining on the ground. But wow, what a difference for the stream this morning. We've got quite a few aircraft on the ground here. We've got a couple of B1s over to my right. We've got 1 in the maintenance shed and 1 just parked up. Judging by everyone leaving now, that's probably about all we're going to see. Like that chap said, there's a good chance we're not going to see. These guys will stay up for hours. They don't tend to go up and do a few loops and come back. Like GA aircraft, they're going to be up a long time. So I'll keep rolling for the next hour. I'm more than happy to keep gassing if you're willing to listen to me, and feel free to jump in the comments and let us know what you thought about those 2 departures. But really good to. Really great to see these machines. I mean, they are such niche aircraft. Actually, there's a cloud of smoke at the end of the runway. I think they're trying to run that B52 again. I can actually hear it. Engines are started on that third aircraft, so I'm hoping they might give it another try. So we still might get that third one go up in the air. If I actually go round to the right, I'm just trying to work out which aircraft it was, because this one in front of us now, that has been on the ground for some time, but there is one to the left, but I think that's got engine covers on. I can't quite see clearly enough on the camera, but there was a massive puff of smoke and I could hear engines at full throttle. So whether we get some movement up there, we'll see. The chap I was just talking to said that 3 of these were meant to be leaving the airfield, going back, I assume, back to the States. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with that. Silicon Cyber saying, I heard it and then it came through on the stream. That 2-second delay. Yeah, we are definitely live, guys. We are live from RAF Fairford. So I'm going to wait to see what happens with that third B52. Like I said, they did just throttle it up. They do try to get these airborne when they need to get them up, but of course safety first. They're not going to risk anything. Let's just go over to the right. We can see that B1 which is on the ground. We can just see the tail of it over there. And this one's actually quite relatively close to the outer marker fence where people generally seem to be spotting from on ladders and all sorts. So you can get a nice close-up view of that one. You can see there's a guy walking around underneath at the moment. That one doesn't look like it's going anywhere soon. We've also got one over in one of the sheds, which if I go over to the left, sorry, just over here to the left. Where are you? There you are. Which looks like it's getting some attention there in the shed. But I'm just waiting to see if that third aircraft does make its way over. It'd be great to see it. Just going to change the filter on the camera just so it's a little bit lighter for you. There we go. Just trying to get an idea of how many B-52s are on the ground here at the moment. I can see 3, and I can see another B1 right at the top here. Absolutely stunning aircraft. Of course, he's a real niche military piece of equipment, and we've had them over here in the UK for some time now, but not your usual piece of battleship grey going around in the UK skies. So really good to see it. But we are live from RAF Fairford. We've just had 2 B52 departures. If you did miss them, rewind the stream back and see them going out. It was of biblical proportion. Them leaving the airfield. We did have a third aircraft which has gone tech, and I can hear and I've seen smoke of them trying to clearly power it back up, or certainly throttle up to test the engines. But we'll see if there's any movement on there. There's lots of activity on the ground here, even though there's no aircraft moving around at the moment. There's loads of stuff going on the ground. Right, I can hear engines. Right, there we go. We've got movement at the top of the airfield. You can just see, you'll see the tail in a second. There we go. So hopefully they're going to make a third attempt, third time lucky. Mannon's saying the B1B Lancer, the silent killer. Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's silent until opens up the afterburners anyway. Yeah, she's heading down towards us by the look of it. Carrie Harris, morning to you. Hope you're doing very well. Welcome to the channel. We're live at RAF Fairford. Hey, Bruce, good to see you. Oi, oi. We're in tractor country. So we do have a B52 on the way down towards us. Just fingers crossed. They're making a third attempt to leave the airfield. Taxi lights on. Look at that narrow fuselage. It's such a narrow fuselage that the wheel bogies on takeoff. It's a sight to see. Now, obviously, we won't see it today because they're taking off westerly, but on easterlies, when they're coming towards you, when they hit crosswinds, they don't have the ability to move into the wind because of the way the bogies are set up on this aircraft, because they have a set of bogies on the front and back, unlike a commercial aircraft where they have a single or double wheel at the front. On these, because they've got bogies at the front and the back, because the fuselage is so narrow, they actually both twist in tandem with each other. So when they deal with crosswinds, the whole aircraft kind of pivots, keeps going in the same direction, but all the wheels turn together to enable it to battle crosswinds on departure. Right, she's just disappearing behind that building just in front, but she will be taxiing round to the left of that, and we'll get that full turn, and hopefully they're going to be trying to leave the airfield again. Yeah, I said the tractor word. There's probably tractors here as well, I expect. You can see that small wheel at the end of the wing. Those wings are just so long, and of course when they're full of jet fuel, they're very, very heavy at the end. They need something just to ballast it up. It's a shame because a lot of people have left thinking that was it. So really good to have the opportunity to stay behind and watch them go again. There she is. Look at that small wheel at the end of the wing. You can see the fuel pod at the end as well. 4 engines on that right wing, 4 on the left as well. You can see that I was talking about the wheel bogies. You can see the set at the front there. That narrow fuselage. Over my right shoulder, loads of people pulling over at the side of the road or where it's safe and they can do, and getting the step ladders out the boot. There we go, making the turn to the active. Third time lucky for this one. Slats in position for departure. Look at that narrow fuselage. We are live at RAF Fairford in the Cotswolds in the UK. You are seeing a B52 in front of you on the runway about to departure. This one actually went tech and has tried 2 times for departure. We had 2 other departures earlier on. Here we go. Go on, you can do it. So far, so good. She's done it. She's going up. Look at that. What a sight. So that's all 3 up. Great to see that 3rd one finally go up, having gone had 2 rejected takeoffs beforehand. Almost looks like it's going to fit through that small hole in the cloud base there, following that blue sky. Disrupted by those 8 engines and all of that smoke out the back. Just insane to watch. She's in the clouds. It's a shame it's not a clear day, because we would follow her out wherever she chooses to go. She's actually going right at the moment. I'm not sure you can still pick that up on camera. The smoke's still billowing out of the clouds as she's making a turn. There she goes. And she has gone into the cloud base. Wow, what a treat. Fantastic stuff. I mean, still lots of activity on the ground here. It's an airport. It doesn't sleep. There's always stuff going on, even though there's no aircraft moving at the moment. But I hope you all enjoyed that. That was great to see, wasn't it? Not something you see every day. Got a host of vehicles moving just to our right over here. Just seem to be going round in circles. Wow, fantastic. Hope you all enjoyed that, guys. I don't think we're going to see any more action in terms of things with wings on the move at the moment. I'll leave it on some of the static aircraft here at the moment. Like I said before, we have more B52s here based at Fairford, including B1 as well. But this is a live feed, guys, so if you have had the opportunity to watch it from start to finish, it was all live. Chap I've spoken to earlier saying a lot of people saying it's live, the feeds are live, but they're not. We are definitely live. You saw it for yourselves. You alright, fellas?
We're doing alright.
Yeah, that was dramatic departure as always.
A bit smoky.
Yeah. Did you see the two before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we literally got it when the B1 took off as well. So.
Oh, did you? Oh, nice. Yeah, I missed those. I saw them go because I was over in Cirencester, so I saw them doing making the turn, and I thought, I just wonder if there's anything else going on. I thought I'd chance it, and
we were,
yeah,
a little loud.
I bet I could imagine. Yeah.
A bit loud,
Oh, awesome stuff.
we're going for one today.
Oh, I don't blame you. Got the weather for it, haven't we?
I might pull the car in here.
Yeah, you go for it, man. Go for it.
Out the way.
Yeah. Anthony's saying, hang on, shoot. What you did streaming before you were busy packing? Yes, I was packing. Although my daughter's on an induction day at the local college here, so I thought while she's doing her thing, I don't want to go too far away, and I just happened to be right next to Fairford. Carrie Harris, good to see you in the stream. Just reading out a few comments in the stream. Charlie Curtis saying, are B1s going out, or have they already? They already left. They probably left about an hour ago. We had two. I saw two go up, so hopefully it was just the two. Andy York, yeah, indeed, man. Bomber Town. Fantastic to see those B52s go out earlier. All three of them. Good to see all three, and we've got those B1s. They went up earlier on this morning. Wasn't able to get here in time for those, which was a bit of a shame, but always was able to see them from afar. But I hope you're all doing very well, guys. Thanks for tuning in for that. 747 Bruce saying coughs, yeah. Charlie Cutter saying, my mate works on the base as USAF ground crew, and more are due out apparently. Oh, right, okay. Can you give us any more information on that, Charlie, without obviously disclosing too much about what your friends should and shouldn't be saying? But that's awesome, man. Now, there's vehicles on the runway, so whether they're just doing a casual check of the active, normal procedures for any airport, really. But probably more so when you've got those colossuses heading up the runway, emptying those buckets full of soot. PJH, you're very welcome, buddy. You take care. Bunting27, your mate broke the secret act. He had to sign for working on the base, the first rule of plane club. No one talks about the planes. We have got some lights on underneath that B1 up there. Now, I'm not trying to get too excited. I'm sure it's just a vehicle in front of it. Bizarrely, what I see on camera is almost identical to what I'm seeing in the flesh. I'm sure if I had a nice big TV that this was on, then I might have a chance of identify what's going on. But how cool would it be if that B1 is also going up? What a catch that would be. Yeah, Anthony, Dad's taxi in action for sure. Putting the lid on the roof. I can't tell if they're taxi lights on that B1. That B1, I don't know. I don't want to get too excited. I'm getting too excited. I need to calm myself down. Like I said, there's plenty going on the airfield, on the ground. Loads of trucks moving around, people going in and out the airbase. I actually think that this building to my right here is their kind of gate for the base, for this entrance for vehicles, to check them from a security point of view, checking vehicles, X-ray and etc. But they are still going up and down the runway, so I am hopeful. But like I said, it's very hard to tell from here if anything's going on with that B1 at the top of the taxiway. It does seem to look closer than it was before. Yes, I think it's on the move, or it's being taxied. Something's pulling it. Yeah, it's definitely moving, but I don't know if it is. I don't think it's under its own power. We would know about it. You would hear it from here. These guys are incredibly loud. And as you can hear in the background, it's perfectly calm and quiet here. You can just hear the birds singing in the background, probably getting their opportunity to carry their voice before it gets swamped out by something else with an afterburner or 8 engines. Charlie Curtis saying being towed to hangar or close to the B52s. Yeah, I think you're right. Even so, I mean, any movement of aircraft can sometimes be the start of something potential, a departure or something like that. Even if it can move down here. And we can get a nice close-up view of it, that would be worth its weight. Alison T23, good to see you. Oh, hello, I can hear something loud over me in Wiltshire. That'll be either be a couple of B52s or one. My guess is it's probably the one that took off just about 10 minutes ago. Groovy Gang in today, is good to see you. Hope you're doing very well. If you're wondering where we are at RAF Fairford here in the Cotswolds. We've been lucky, very, very lucky. I just happened to be in the area and I saw a couple of B1s go up when I was at my daughter's college. And since then, I thought I'd just take a trip over here. You never know, I'm in the area. And I've been fortunate to see a B52 taxiing. And I thought, it's their taxiing, they're going out. And as it happens, they were leaving the airfield. We managed to see 3 in total leave Fairford. One of them had 2 rejected takeoffs. But made it up 3rd time lucky. We just wait for that B1 to make an entrance just in front of us here, just currently going behind that building. How you doing? You all right?
Good.
Getting the steps in?
Yes. No traffic.
Oh yeah. That was just one of the American soldiers who are based here. As you know, massive American presence here at Fairford. He even has an American camp and also entrance to the airbase as well. But one of the guys on the ground here just having a peaceful walk by the look of it. We do have a tail movement at the top there by that B52. I don't think it's coming down here by the look of it. It would have popped out to the side of this shed by now. That might be all the movement on the ground here, guys. I'll have another quick pan round, see if there is any movement elsewhere. There are cars pulling over. That's not necessarily a sign that anything's going to happen. They'll probably see me and thought, oh, there must be something happening. He's got a camera out. But a lot of people just like to walk around the base. You can walk around here, which is quite nice. Jim Gemmell saying, morning trouble, could be a C-17. There's one buzzing around the north of Salisbury. That's the rumble in Wiltshire, I'm guessing. Alison saying it's an A400 having a spin around the DRDNT 44. We've also got another one over to our right. We can just see the rear of the tail there. With some guys on the ground working on that aircraft. Whether that one heads out later, I don't know. They do tend to go up in pairs. Charlie Curtis says something is talking on ground at Fairford down at runway 09. I mean, you can hear the noises as loud as probably me, I expect. There is... It sounds like a generator or even maybe an APU, I don't know. It's very hard to tell. But I'm sure it doesn't take too long to get these lot up in the air. Bill saying, thank you so much, America, please save our... Oh, I can hear that A400. I can't imagine it coming into here. They normally go into Bryce. But I can hear it. I'm just wondering if I can see it, so I can at least video it for you guys. Such a distinctive sound. Unfortunately, the cloud base is quite low here. But I can hear it. I'm just looking for it. Where are you? No, he's definitely above the clouds. So Charlie's saying, I have a radio frequency scanner and can hear the crew talking. Are you near the airfield, Charlie? Silicon Cyber saying, I can hear it above me. Marcel Land saying, oi, saw two B1s departing from here really loud. Yeah, I saw them as well. Dat90 saying, an Atlas just whisked over Devizes, which is just to the east of us by Swindon. Thing is, everything's so under the radar at places like this. You just don't know what's going to happen. I guess having some ears to frequency helps, but doesn't really confirm anything. Charlie could have said B1s might go out again. There are two tankers at Truro. Dwayne Curley, good to see you. Charlie, 30 minutes away, so not far. I mean, there's definitely noises coming from over where that B1 is in front of us. Nothing jet-like, but almost APU-like. But I mean, that really could be anything. But we'll definitely, we can stay here for at least another 45-50 minutes. If we're going to catch anything, it will be in that time frame. But this is a live feed, guys. I know there's spoken to a couple of people now, said that people are saying they're live and they're not. This is definitely a live feed. What you're watching now is happening now. I'm just going to plug my battery into my encoder. I wasn't expecting to stay very long. I thought we'd see those I was only expecting one B52 to actually be leaving. That was a real treat, seeing 3. Alex Hammer, good to see you. Epic machinery, they is indeed. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip round to... We're obviously focusing on this one at the moment. That's where all the noises seem to be coming from, just for the time being. I'll give you a quick look around the airfield. Now, as you know, we normally have the Royal International Air Tattoo here. That was cancelled this year because of, obviously, the utilisation of this base, obviously during the current Middle Eastern crisis which is going on at the moment. We've got a B1 over there in one of the hangars, and then we've got multiple B52s at the top of the field. Trying to get an idea of how many might be here. I reckon there's at least 4 or 5 on the ground. Obviously we had those 3 go up this morning. Amanda Jones, good to see you. Andy Fishlock, are they just training against it? Yeah, I mean, this is what they do when they're not on missions. They are making sure they are ready to go. And what I mean by that is they're keeping everything fresh in their minds, keeping that brain, what do you call it? Brain muscle ready to flex, ready to jump on missions, ready to leave the airfield as and when they need to be, practicing and rehearsing all the different scenarios that could happen. We've got a couple more aircraft which are a bit closer. The surrounding fence which goes around Fairford, you can actually walk alongside it. I've before walked around it to the point where you can almost touch the end of the wings of these guys. Long walk though, but I've bumped into a couple of guys earlier who were going for a walk, so I'll be interested to see what they say when they come back. Now we have got a tanker on the move over here. Where's he gone? He's just gone behind this red tanker in front of us. But a military base tanker. American, of course. Lots of American vehicles here on site at Fairford. It is an American airbase as well. Vicky, good morning from Bryce Norton. Good to have you here, Vicky. How's Bryce looking this morning? Is that a hive activity today? Tom Cat Paul 14, good morning all. I wish I had a scanner as I only live 10 minutes as the crow flies from RAF Fairford. I live on the edge of Swindon. I go to the air show every year since 1989. Thanks for sharing that with us, Paul. Nice and local then. Yeah, Riyadh's always a great show to see. Yeah, like I said, still a hive of activity on the ground here at Fairford, even though there's no movement from anything with wings as such. All the noises at the moment seem to be coming from over this direction. That doesn't necessarily mean anything's going to be moving at all anywhere. There's quite a few tankers on the ground just to our left. Let me just spin round to there. I'm sure they were full to the brim before those B52s were ready to leave the airfield. Just imagine how much fuel those B52s take, because they do stay airborne for a very long time, which is why we probably won't see those B52s which went up earlier back in any time soon. I did read somewhere once just how long they can stay up for. It is literally like, for the majority of a day, they can stay up there a long, long time. Got something going overhead. I was just trying to get it, but I can't quite see it. There we go. Yeah, that might be it for all of the movements so far. I'll stay here for a little bit longer, as long as you don't mind sitting around with me. Charlie Curtis, thank you so much for that donation. That's dead kind of you, thank you. He says 21 bombers on the ground, including the departures of the B1s and B52s. That's a lot of frames on the ground. And only places like Fairford could probably accommodate that. Now we obviously saw we saw a B1 in the hangar over to our right. Now there's quite a few hangars here on the airfield. So if you and with closed doors, so if you imagine that a lot of those closed up ones might have aircraft in them, they might even have a B2 in there. Who knows? Who knows? Let's go over to our right. We can see that other one in the hangar from earlier. There we go. You're doing well.
Now I can go eat a burger.
Oh, what a great guy. Getting his steps in and has just announced he can go and eat a burger now. Oh, amazing. Guys, if you are enjoying this, obviously we normally stream from London Heathrow, so this is a bit different for the channel. Although I had the intentions to come up here because I am only local, I'm not far away from here. We are actually going to be in the States next week, so hope you can tune in and watch a bit of commercial stuff from Orlando. And I'll tell you what they actually have at Orlando Airport, because it was actually originally a military base. They do have a B52 on static just outside the airfield, which anyone can walk around. It's a memorial site. And it just gives you an idea of how big these things are. But you can walk around it freely. So if you're ever in Orlando in the future, go and check out. It's right next to the airfield, to the northwest of the airfield. You can drive in there. You can walk around it. You can stand next to it and have photos. It's got full camo paintwork on it, and you can walk around it, touch the wings, have photos, whatever you like. Nick, Samuel, good to see you. Charlie is saying you're correct. There are 2 B2s at Fairford that haven't been out the hangar during the day, only at night. That probably makes a lot of sense. Although I've got some photos. I came up here probably about 3 weeks ago. Just had a little recce up here on the way back from Heathrow. And there was one on the ground just out, not far from where we're looking now, actually, just shy of the runway. But if you are in the Fairford area, if you do come up to the airbase, this one is relatively close to the outer fence. You can see it real up close. It's a shame that we got this tree in the way to the right, so you can see the full thing in its in all its glory. But all noises on the airfield coming from that direction, so we can live in hope that there's some movement from this one. It'd be interesting to know just how long these guys are going to be on the ground here for. Until there is some, dramatic changes in the Middle East, these guys are probably going to be here long term, which could affect the future of the Riyadh Air Show, for the short term anyway. Charlie is saying runway 09 has a field where you can stand directly behind and get even closer to Fairford. That's fantastic. Yes, I know about that one. There's actually a field to my right, which is the opposite end of the runway which we're just discussing then, which has a mound on it. And if you stand on that mound, if they're coming in over our shoulders in the direction which they took off earlier on, they actually just go above your head. And there's an elevation point there. I've never been up there, but it looks high enough to be able to give you a nicer viewpoint of the runway. Carrie Harris, hubby says, wish you could film here all the time. Carrie, that's really kind donation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Really, really kind of you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, if I can be here more often, I would definitely try. I mean, it is just literally fluke that you do see anything happen here. You can be here all day and you might not see any any aircraft movement until the latter parts of the day. It's like flipping a coin. It really is. We've been very, very lucky this morning. Those 3 B52 departures were just insane. And of course, the third one which went up, that one had a 2 rejected takeoffs beforehand. But definitely, what a sight there. I mean, it's just not something you see every day, so... But I'll definitely be here for the next about 40 minutes. Now, we might not catch any more movements till this might be it, guys, but you're more than welcome to stay with me. You never know. You just never know. We might even get a freighter in. They come in quite frequently to the airbase. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave the camera on this B52 for the moment. I'm just going to grab a bit of sun cream because the sun's popped out and I wasn't prepared that I was going to be stood on top of the truck this morning. So I'm just going to make sure I'm not going to burn. But I'll leave you just on this B52 for the moment and I'll be right back with you. Got a few guys moving around with their ladders and chairs. Morning fellas, you alright?
Hello, alright? Yeah.
How'd you get on? Did you get everything this morning?
Yeah, great.
Yeah, alright?
Super stuff.
Yeah. You look well prepared.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't here early enough to get the B1s, but B52s were great, weren't they?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, always a performance, aren't they?
Yeah.
Andy Fishlot saying, where are you parked at the moment? Can anyone park there? So this is a side road which is an entrance to a quarry. Now, it's the only place I'd say probably round the eastern side of the base which doesn't have double yellows. It doesn't have any cones which the police have put out to stop people from parking on the side of the road. And it's a wide enough road to allow vehicles to go up and down without any problems. And the police don't seem to have an issue with that. So I'm just parked inside that road with a load of other cars as well. They park all the way down the road, all the way up to the quarry. There doesn't seem to be too many problems with that. Like I said, lots of other people parking here as well and going up with their ladders and cameras. And just chilling out here, talking with each other, which is quite nice. It's a nice community down here. Everyone just really chilled out, chatting with each other. I'm sure a lot of people down here probably know each other quite well, spending a lot of time down here together. A lot of time waiting together, I guess. And Bruce said they all sound like farmers. You must have recognised it then, I guess. Do you want me to ask if they got tractors? Neville Jennings saying, looks like Hercules on the way. Now, the good thing about where I am positioned is I can see, over to my right, I can see the arrival path. So if anything does pop up in the next 35 minutes, then I will see it, including any Hercs. It's not often any Hercs land here. They normally go over to Bryce. Get off my land. Alright. What are you doing up there with your camera? That guy out walking earlier, who's the other side of the fence to me, so he's actually on the property. One of the American squaddies getting his steps in. It's quite nice of him to chat. I'm not sure if that's something they're even allowed to do over the fence, to initiate conversation with the locals. Not that we're going to bite or anything, but I don't know. Sometimes they can either be, very much we don't talk to anyone, or they can be quite open. Alison, that's my accent. Beautiful accent. My mother-in-law actually speaks a bit like that. She's from Wales, but she seemed to have adopted the local accent as well. Bit of a hybrid. But she can't drive a tractor. But like I said, still loads of movement on the ground. There's always tons going on here. Loads of American stuff on the ground, trucks and stuff. I'm almost just as interested in that as the aircraft movement. You can just imagine trying to bring all of this across the Atlantic over to Fairford. I know a lot of this stuff has been here for a while, but you can just imagine how much of it was brought over during the beginning of the conflict, when everything started to kick off and all these heavy units were on their way over. The infrastructure you need around that to make sure they can support all the operations. I mean, that's a big operation in itself, just getting it all here. But loads of tankers here. Now, if I had the right kit with me, when I say that, probably better shoes. I would actually take the camera off the tripod and go walking around, because all of my kit, now I've never shown you a picture of my kit. I should probably post a picture of it, really. And this is where it will already come into itself when I go to Farnborough Air Show in a few weeks' time. I've got a very mobile kit. It's all in a small rucksack, and I can just carry the camera around in my hand. And if I had more time, I'd just actually go for a wander around the base and get some nice close-ups of all the kit on the ground. But I guarantee you, if I did that, something would fly in or fly out, wouldn't it? And I'd be in exactly the wrong place. I'd be as far away as possible from it. Katie D, good to see you. Neville saying Herc from Mildenhall, north of Fairford, hopefully touch and go. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I mean, looking over my right shoulder, there's nothing on its way, that's for sure. But never rule it out. It's just a shame we got this low cloud base, because if we did have blue skies, it's amazing actually how much traffic we get above Fairford. You get the Atlantic traffic going over to the States and back and forth to Europe. But you'd also get those local movements as well for Bryce. Where I'm based in Gloucestershire, it's kind of on the turning circle, really, for aircraft going into Fairford. But you also get a lot of stuff going into Bryce, flying over at lower altitudes as well. And tower to the right, but we do have around this airfield, just looking to see if I can see any, there's loads of mounds in the ground. They're almost like, they look like silos which are covered in grass, which I assume are for probably storing heavy weapons, or heavy weaponry anyway, because it's protected, it's temperature controlled. And I'm sure they probably go back years and years. I'm sure if anyone knows a bit more about Fairford might know what I'm talking about. There must be at least half a dozen of them over to our right where that B1 is static at the moment. And there's also some up to the top of the airfield. Now I can hear something going over. It does sound commercial though. And yeah, these kind of mounds in the ground, they've got a concrete top on them, a bit of concrete structure to the sides as well, but covered in grass. I'm sure that's where they keep ammunition for these aircraft, because although they're doing a lot of practice runs, training, that sort of thing, but if they do get called out and they've got to head over anywhere, if they're deployed to go anywhere, I'm sure they've got to be armoured ready. So I wouldn't be surprised if there is a lot of live ammunition here at Fairford. Just having a little look around to see if I can see any of them so I can actually show you one. But unfortunately, there just isn't one in sight. If I pan round to the right, where we've got that static B1 at the moment, which is just over here, to the left of there you can see a load of houses. That's one of the camps based at the airfield, which the military live out of. There's also camps to my left. If I spin the camera around now, this is where that fellow was walking around earlier, which we're talking to. That US soldier, and they've got them here. Actually, these buildings you see here, over here with the grass on the top, that's what they have around the airfield. Loads of these. They're more of a circular shape as opposed to these being more like hangar shape, like pyramid shape. But this is what's to my left. There is accommodation behind that. And during Fairford, during the air show, they normally have various buildings here which accommodate people visiting the show who are obviously performing at the show. The Ted saying, I remember passing Upper Hayford some years ago, walking up to the base, looking around the small supermarket there. I was never sure that I should have been there. Oh well, you don't know if you don't ask. Like I said, you can generally walk around the airfield here. You can walk right around the perimeter fence. I mean, years ago, I've walked pretty much, I wouldn't say all the airfield, but most of it. And you can get some great sights, great shots. When B52s have been deployed here in the past, you were able to get right up close to them by the fence. Go a nice GMC pickup. Nice Steelies. But those B1s, incredible to be around. Stunning aircraft. It's hard to believe just how old they are. I think they were, I can't remember if it was them or the B52s, which were over 50 years old. Western Spotter saying Hercules at 1,500 feet over Newent. I know Newent. Andy Fishlock saying apparently there is a bunker base between junction 15 and 14 of the M4. I think I've seen that on the map. I'll have to familiarise myself with it again. But you can see it quite distinctive. If you go on like Google Maps or Apple Maps, it's quite distinctive, isn't it? See a few guys on the airfield over there. So I know it's zoomed in on the on the fence at the moment, but you can see them in the background. I think it's 3 or 4 guys, all dressed in orange. One in black. He must be the one with the clipboard. But I'll stay here for another, it's about 20 minutes, and then I will have to shoot off because I've got to pick my daughter up. But what a great catch this morning, though. Wasn't expecting that at all. Really wasn't expecting it. And if you are new into the stream and you did miss that earlier, rewind it back to the beginning. We've got those 3 B52s heading out of Fairford. Making a right song and dance, one of them wanting to do it 3 times before he went up. But just the sounds, the incredible sounds they provide, those B52s, and then they obviously put the theatrics on with those engines. There's a tug on its way down towards us. But it's very hard to tell if there's any more movement in terms of aircraft on the ground. I thought that was an aircraft coming in there. It's not. It's a lorry behind me. Whirring away. F-Class saying RAF Welford is what you're thinking of on the M4. Oh, Bruce, you would love my view over my shoulder. There's a cracking combine harvester in the field nearby. It's either a combine or some kind of earth-moving equipment. It'd be in your element. That tug's loud. Like I said, lots going on the ground, just not in the air at the moment. I'm just going to knock the filter down on the camera a sec, just so it's a little bit darker. There we go. But a very warm welcome to all of you guys. Thanks for tuning in and sticking with me. Sorry I can't promise any more movements at the moment other than what's on the ground, but appreciate you tuning in. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and of course liking the stream. Just helps. Once the stream is finished, obviously we've still got that footage of those 3 B52s, and liking this stream will help push that content out to other people who enjoy this kind of stuff as well. But definitely worth considering subscribing to the channel if you like the military stuff and of course the commercial stuff. You're in the right place. I mean, Fairford is just a stone throw away where I live. The problem is like we're experienced at the moment, you could come and spend all day here and not see a movement, and then the minute you leave, you have 2 or 3 B52s go out, a B1 go out. Unfortunately, I'm not close enough to get here in time once there is a bit of movement. That's the problem. Bunton 27 saying it's trying to take off. That tug. It was making enough noise to take off. Western Spot saying, is there a break in the clouds? You may see the USAF C-17 soon. Not at the moment. We've got a little bit of blue sky coming through. But even if there was anything going through there, it would be gone in seconds. Although we have got some blue sky to our left. John Clerkinson, when did the A10 come in? That's a good question. I'm not sure about any A10s being here. I didn't even realise they were even based here, to be fair. I certainly can't see any anyway. We've got some more hangars over to our right. Let's go and see what's going on over towards them. I can't see. Oh, one for Bruce. He was carrying a trailer of expletives as well. Yeah, can't really see anything going on in that hangar. Massive hangar though at Fairford. Good opportunity for anything to be in those buildings. Even B2s, you just don't know. That's the problem with Fairford. Unless you're here all the time and you see the movements, you really don't know what's in any of these hangars. So we've only got the luxury of seeing what's in this one because its rear end is hanging out. It's crazy though, because it's so quiet here. When there's nothing actually going on, it gets very, very quiet here because we are out in the middle of the countryside. I mean, there's literally you've got a town, a big village which is Fairford just round the corner, but it is really, really quiet here. So as soon as you start hearing anything, it could be a lorry in the distance. You can't see it because it's behind trees. Of course, everyone starts looking around in the sky. Is it something coming in? Is something coming in? And then there's a great big Scania coming around the corner. Russ O2 saying, wow, just rewound for the takeoff. Damn, the muck coming out of those things. Great capture. You're more than welcome. And there was 3 of them that went out, so if you only saw the one, there was 2 before that. The third takeoff, the single departure, that had 2 rejected takeoffs, so I actually thought that one had gone tech and wasn't going anywhere at all. But finally made it out 3rd time lucky. It is amazing though just how much traffic goes in and out of this airfield in terms of ground traffic. It's been non-stop right in front of us. You can actually see on this entrance here to this security point, we've got the RAF Fairford, Royal Air Force Fairford on the sign there. One of many. It does actually have a gate name on there, but I can't quite see it through that fence. But there's still loads of people here. I mean, considering the amount of movement we've had this morning, for a lot of people that would have been it. That would have been like, right, we've seen everything. There's nothing else that's going to happen. Loads of people still here, sat at the side of the road on fold-up chairs, sat on the curbside, just walking around the airfield, just waiting for the next movement. It's like I said, it can just happen at any time. And there's generally movements day in, day out here. It's not really a moment where we go past beyond a day without any movement. There is always something going in and out. Bunting27 saying, do you think the crows think the B52s are cool? I bet they wish they had their... but they wish they had a couple of those engines strapped to their wings. I'm sure they're looking at the rear ends and saying, how do I make that cloud out the back? But a very warm welcome to everyone. Thanks for joining me down at RAF Fairford. We are live from Fairford. So what you're seeing is what is happening right this second. We've got a B1 in one of the maintenance sheds there in front with its back end hanging out. You can see that wing, which is one of the unique properties of this aircraft. That wing on that aircraft can go into a delta wing form. It folds backwards close to the fuselage, which is great when it's travelling at high speed. And when it's at low speed, when you see them take off and land here at Fairford, they spread as wide as they can to get as much lift as possible. That one currently out in its widest position for full lift. But you can see that section at the base of the wing where it folds into the fuselage to create a delta wing. I stood a couple of guys on the ground underneath this one. Chap I was speaking to earlier said that obviously we had a couple of B1s that left this morning, but also a couple that left last night and haven't returned yet. They can return at any time. Again, these guys can be airborne for a very, very long time, but they can also refuel up in the air as when they're on missions or doing these training exercises. They can refuel airborne as well, making them airborne for as long as they need to be. Bunting27 saying, one of my favourite planes as a child. I'm 40 this year. Well, happy 40th for this year, Bunting. Which one are you talking? Are you talking about the B1 or the B52? Either way, amazing pieces of kit. Full of drama on takeoff as well and landing. Seeing the afterburners on those B1s when they take off is just something else. I know you can see afterburners on many military jets, Eurofighters, F-35, F-16s, a lot. But the ones they have on these are just something else. They're just so much bigger. They just seem to be a lot louder. And there's 4 of them as well. And also on the tail of that aircraft, it'll tell you which airbase it's from over in the States. You can tell what segment of the military it belongs to. Right, I'm just looking over my right shoulder just to make sure we are not missing anything on arrivals into Fairford. Nothing. I mean, the good thing about Fairford, it's relatively flat round here. You can see for quite quite a distance. Nothing on its way in at the moment. Louise, when's your birthday? It's on a Tuesday next month. So we are talking August. If it's August, then yeah, we definitely should be. Still feel 21. As old as you feel. That's still a young age anyway. Just in your prime. I just spotted another B52 on the ground over my left shoulder. It's just hidden by a load of trees, but I think you can just see the end of a wing. Let's see if we can get round to it. The camera might fare better than me because it's just further forward on the truck. Just over there. Yeah, you can see the little dolly wheel on the ground. They're always cool to see, those little dolly wheels. Propping up those long wings, especially when they're full of fuel. Very heavy at the ends. But normally you can, if I just zoom out, you can just get an idea of how much space there is on the ground here at Fairford. Normally all of these spaces here are generally full of B52s, and they go all the way up on top of the hill and far beyond this one in front of you as well. Over the crest of that hill, the airbase kind of meanders around the tree line, which goes up here, up to the top here, then it goes back to the left again. And it just reveals loads more space, more apron for aircraft. If you've been to Riyadh and had an opportunity to walk around, at the top here is where all the static aircraft are. You can walk around those, but it does go on for miles, all the way up to the top where we've got a memorial, right up to the end of the runway and beyond. Let's just go around to the right. We've obviously got that B52 at the top there, and you can see tails in the background. Two tails just in front of the tail of this one in shot. So definitely at least another two at the top there. I wouldn't be surprised if there's definitely a couple more. The one to our left, which is in between those two hangars, I can see a couple more tails next to that as well. So good at least probably 7 or 8 up there. Then we've got the runway, which we saw those B52 departs from, sock facing right towards us at the moment. And then during the air show, this is the centrepiece for all the action. And then behind it, where you've got all these hangars, that tends to be where all the display aircraft sit for, obviously for the displays, and they will be populating all this space around the airfield, all the way around to our right here as well. But of course, not so much this year. Alright, we'll be here just for a few more minutes, guys, and then we'll have to pack up because I've got to go and pick my daughter up, make sure she's had a good day. Induction day at college, she'll be starting there in September. So there must be some kind of checkpoint just here. All the vehicles stopping at this location. Seems to be where most of the movement is at the moment anyway. I'm just going to check over my right shoulder, see if there's anything inbound. Just a shame there isn't any radar apps anymore to follow aircraft. I remember FreeDAR years ago. I think it was FreeDAR, which used to track military movements. Yeah, Anthony, Dad's taxi, always ready for action. Always ready to go. Louis sent August the 25th, my birthday. Okay, thanks for that, Louis. I'll put that in the diary. Now, a fella's just gone past me with his camera, radio, and also a platform to stand on. He looks like he's getting ready for something, but whether anything is due to come in imminently is anyone's guess, unfortunately. We've got a tanker on the roll. Now, a lot of vehicles heading up towards that B52 up around the left-hand side, including civilian vehicles. That doesn't necessarily mean anything's happened, but they normally transport crew up to the aircraft that way. Anthony's saying, don't forget, so you can fit a meter in that taxi, you know. Oh, I'm sure I'll get my my rewards back in later life when I need taxis everywhere. And I've got 2 doors, so I've got 2 opportunities to get my lifts. Anthony's saying, thanks for streaming today, Stu. Enjoy your flight tomorrow. Yeah, thanks. There are a lot of people heading over to the runway at the moment. And they do have walkie-talkies, so whether they know something I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, a lot of civilian vehicles on the move in front of me. More vans on the way out. They're all people carriers or vans. So that's generally a sign that they're carrying people over. So I will be heading out to the States tomorrow. You are more than welcome to track me on my flight on the way out, although I can't remember what the flight number is, but it's Virgin to Tampa at 12:55 p.m. So if you want to track that on your apps, then of course you can join our Facebook group and put any comments, photos, anything of interest, even from today. If you're a local or you've been watching on the stream, or you've got photos or videos you want to share, it doesn't have to be just the commercial stuff. It can be the military stuff as well. More than happy to have that in the group. So pop over and share. Louise, be able to pop a link in the chat for the Facebook group. That'd be great. Thank you. Neville saying I use ADXB Exchange to track military. Thanks for that. I'm going to have to look into that. Harry saying Mornell been lurking while working. Thank you for the stream. You're very welcome, mate. Don't get caught. Anthony saying just pop your flight number on the community page so we can track it, mate. Yeah, I will do. And with a bit of luck tomorrow, I know when I went out to the States last time, I was able to get in position near a window where I could film some of the airside action going on. If I get that opportunity again, I will do that tomorrow, but of course I don't want to promise anything, so I wouldn't expect anything, but if you do, then it'll be a little bit of a treat. Yeah, a lot of vehicles all heading up to the same point on the airfield. So maybe there might be some more movement, we'll see. A lot of people have started to congregate along the side of the road with their chairs and ladders. So I'm not sure if this could be a good sign that there's movement in terms of vehicles. A lot of people carriers. So maybe we might have some movement soon. Unfortunately, I will have to disappear in just a couple of minutes. So it would have been lovely to have stayed longer, but not on this occasion. Bunting27, do you have a Discord? No, I don't, I'm afraid, buddy, sorry. Anthony sent, wait, who can't wait? Stu in his Donald Duck costume will be awesome. Thanks, Louise. Louise just posted the flight number for tomorrow. Thank you. And also the Facebook group link. So if you want to head over to there at all and show off your photos and videos or any news, you can post it in there. What I will do is when I get an opportunity, hopefully later, I'll put the 4K footage of those departures up for everyone to see on the channel. You alright, fellas? Is any movement?
There's 152. That one over there has got a
Bit of
activity.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of vehicles heading up there, yeah.
There's some yards out with bags and stuff, so
Yeah.
wondering where that one's going to go. I think the other one up a bit further there is about 6 o'clock. Nothing other than that in a minute, but time will tell.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. Nice to meet you anyway, take care. Yeah, so just to confirm, we've got a lot of vehicles in front of us, and they're all heading up to that B52, which is up on our left, the one where you can just see that dolly wheel hanging on the end of that wing. A lot of vehicles heading up there, and we also had the tanker head up there as well. Now, only one tanker headed up there. Now that's what it might. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a specialist here. But I just had an opinion that they would need more than one of those tankers to fill the pods and tanks on one of those B52s. Like I said, they stay up there a long time. Tina Spence, good to see you. What's your location? I'm just on the entrance to Kemsford Quarry, which is where everyone tends to park to go and visit the airfield. It's about the only access road around Fairford now which you can park next to the base without police moving you on. I mean, at the start of all this action, if I just pan out, you can see the main road there. Everyone was parked on the side of the roads. It was hard to get through, and all the roads around, certainly this end of the airfield anyway, where we've got the runway. Droves of people at the side of the roads, vehicles parked up on the curb. It was absolutely mental down here. You can see why the police are trying to manage it to keep it safe for everyone. Yeah, we are at RAF Fairford. You are live watching RAF Fairford. We've had 3 departures this morning of B52s. One of them taking 3 attempts to get airborne. And we also have lots of movement on the ground. We've got a lot of vehicles. We've had a tanker head up to that B52. You can just see the wing of it at the moment. Time will tell if that one does actually leave the airfield or not. But loads of vans, loads of people carriers heading up to that area, which definitely demonstrates signs of movement. Lots of people heading out with their ladders and chairs. Bunting27 saying it takes about 6 tankers to fill a B52. Thanks for sharing that. Interestingly, I thought they I thought it definitely need more than one. I reckon they probably fill a couple of pods on the wings with just one of those tankers. Sylvia Barker, good to see you. Hope you're doing very well. Yep, that's a generator on the way up over there. And I imagine that's probably what they need to use to start one of those B52s up. There you go, you can see it just being pulled by that truck. I'm sure that's what they use to start one of those B52s. For each of those 8 engines. But you can see all the traffic at the moment heading up into that corner. Just such a shame I can't be here longer to see if it is going out or not, but I'd say all activity points towards that something is going on. That B52 up in the corner there. Thank ChatGPT, of course. You could have taken some glory then, but fair play to you, being honest. Good old ChatGPT. I'll just stay on that B52 for the time being. I am going to have to pack up now, so I'm going to start packing up. I'm going to leave it rolling for as long as I can, and then I will have to bring the stream to an end. But thank you all for joining me this morning from RAF Fairford. Absolute pleasure to show you the B52s in all their glory, and of course the B1s on the ground here as well. But maybe I'll make a trip up here again when I return from the States and get some more footage of what's going on up here. Again, like I said, you could be here all day and not see anything actually move, and it'd be the minute you leave that something actually does happen. But all signs at the moment seem to point towards some more action going on over at the far southeastern edge of the airfield. Yeah, you can actually see guys on the ground there at there now. But I'll leave this rolling for you. Thanks again, guys. Great to have you all here. If you have enjoyed the stream today, obviously a like would mean the world. And of course, if you want to support the channel, you can sub to it as well. And you can even also become a member. We do have a membership scheme to support the channel. Thanks for all of your involvement in the chat. Thank you very much for the super chats as well. Some very generous super chats this morning. Thank you very, very much for that. And I shall see you guys, hopefully, if not for a cheeky live Heathrow tomorrow, it will be stateside over in Orlando. But you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll see you very, very soon. I'll leave this rolling for a few minutes more just while I pack up, and then I'll bring it to a close. You take care, and see you all very, very soon.